guys, it's 6:30 a.m. Just woke up. I have the day off work, so that's really nice. And yes, when I do my hair the day before, I do wake up like this. But to me it looks bad. Some people say it looks okay. It's crazy. But first thing I do as soon as I get up in the morning, I drink a really big glass of water, just to start the day getting hydrated. It just feels good. It wakes me up. I feel refreshed. And then I definitely want to make sure that I have some water in me before I get to the gym. So typically on a normal day, I wake up, drink my water, say hi to all the pets, get ready for the gym. I do fasted workouts. Just the way it works for me, I typically don't have time to eat breakfast and then go to the gym and then come home and get ready. So I just get up, drink my water, head to the gym, and then I come back, shower right away. On days I have to be into work early, typically my husband's super nice and will make me breakfast. On other days when I have time, extra time, I'll make breakfast for us. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that later. This morning, hey cat. Somebody's hungry for breakfast. Oliver, are you hungry? You are? Do you want some food? Do you want your breakfast? Yeah. So cute right now. So this one that I'm about to show you, she's deaf, so she has no clue we're opening the door. How cute is that? So I'm gonna flash the light and tell her I'm here. Oh, time to come in. Alright, so typical breakfast, this is the breakfast that I eat pretty much every morning. I start with the Ezekiel cereal. So this is a really good sprouted grain cereal. Let's see if we can find, here's the information. I don't know if you can see it. So it has only 1 gram of fat, 40 grams of carbs. I love eating this right after I've been to the gym. I try to get a lot of carbs in after that. So 40 grams of carbs, 8 grams of protein, which is pretty good for cereal. Ingredients wise, everything's organic, which is great. There's sprouted wheat, water, malted barley, sprouted millet, sprouted lentils, sprouted soybeans, and organic sprouted spelt and sea salt, and that's it. And there's 0 grams of sugar in here, which is great. So again, the Ezekiel cereal, a serving is half a cup, so that's what I do. I do measure it out just because I want to make sure I'm getting the right amount of macros in every day. So I do my half a cup of that. And then I do 1 banana, which again, that's pretty carby, which I love right after the gym. So I'm going to do 1 banana in this. I always buy organic, especially in bananas. So I'm going to be lazy because I don't have a knife here, and I'm just going to kind of break it up. I know that's probably gross, but it's quick. I'm not dirtying silverware. Okay, and then next with the cereal, I always do about 10 grams of walnuts, and I do measure that out as well. So that's just getting me some extra fat in the morning after my workout. And these are from California, so they're pretty big, so I like to just kind of scrunch them, break them up. And that's 10 grams, woo! It's always a fun game when you can guess the right amount on the first try. So that's what that ends up looking like. It's super duper good, I love it. And it's really filling, and it's only half a cup, which is great. So you don't have to eat a ton, but you get really nice and full, which is fantastic, especially when you're in a hurry in the morning. And then what I do with this, I use, I'm going to add half a cup of almond milk, and I'll show you what kind I use. So I like to use silk almond milk, and then I always get unsweetened, and I like to get vanilla just to add a little bit of extra flavor. I like the silk brand because it doesn't have the carrageenan or whatever bad stuff they say, so I like silk brand. So once I get ready to eat, I'm going to add half a cup of that. And then along with that, I do 3 eggs every morning as well. Typically, well, lately I've been doing fried eggs because scrambled eggs are just making me gag, and these are the eggs we like to use, Nellie's free range eggs. The reason I like to use these eggs is because they're certified humane, raised and handled, so that means that they're nice to the chickens. And hopefully next summer we're going to be getting duck eggs, so we will have our own eggs, and of course we'll be super duper nice to them because we love animals. So what I'll do is I'm going to fry 3 of these eggs up, and that's what I eat every morning, 3 eggs plus my cereal. And then I like to have a little bit of decaf coffee as well. With decaf, you want to make sure you're using Swiss water processed decaf, because that's not going to have the crappy chemicals that like a regular store-bought decaf has. So you want to try to stay away from that, and make sure you're doing that as healthy as possible. So I'll have usually a tiny cup of decaf just to have that coffee taste. I'm trying to stay away from caffeine just to kind of help my system calm down a little bit. When your system isn't overly stimulated, you actually do lose body fat faster. So keep that in mind. Coffee's not always worth it. In my decaf, sometimes I'll have like the tiniest bit of almond creamer as well, and I can show you what kind we use. So this is the kind we use, Natural Bliss almond creamer. This kind is hazelnut. So we switch it up pretty much every time we get this. So that is basically what I eat for breakfast every day. And then I also take my supplements, my morning supplements. So now I'm going to make my daily protein shake that I have. I only have 1 a day. Try to keep it to 1 minimum. But it helps me get extra protein in so I don't have to eat as much meat. Not a huge fan of eating meat, but for competition prep, my coach and I decided that I have to do it. So at some point I'll be taking that out after competition. But here is me making my daily shake. So the protein that I use is a vegan protein. It's a pea protein. We are going to be switching back to the old pea protein that we used to take. This stuff is totally disgusting. I say it tastes like a mix between dog food and cardboard. But it only has 3 ingredients: pea protein, raw cocoa, and coconut sugar. It has 25 grams of protein, 5 grams of sugar, 8 grams of carbs. So really minimalistic, but really nasty. And then this is kind of gross too. I also do collagen in my protein shake. That helps me, again, get more protein without actually having to eat meat. Unfortunately, though, collagen is from beef hide, basically, which is really gross to me, but luckily you can't really taste it in the protein shake. I make sure that I have a pasture-raised and grass-fed, not grain-fed, pasture-raised, grass-fed beef. And then again, minimalistic ingredients. This is 100% hydrolyzed collagen powder from bovine hide. Again, super gross, but and I do 20 grams of it, which is about 20 grams of protein. And then to cover all of that nastiness, I add Barlean's Greens, and it's a chocolate flavor. So this is just a greens powder. They add cocoa to it to make it taste like chocolate. It does have a gram of sugar, but I'm willing to do that to cover up the grossness. So I do a scoop of this, 20 grams of the collagen and 2 scoops of the pea protein. And also when I'm at the gym, I take BCAAs. I don't use like a sugary drink mix with a bunch of crap in it. No dyes, no sugars, no extra chemical junk. I try to stay away from that as much as possible. So I take Dew Vitamins BCAAs. It only has BCAAs in it. These are capsules. So I usually take one right before I leave to go to the gym. I'll take one in my car right before I go into the gym, and then I take one more when I'm done. So 3 capsules a day, and those are my BCAAs. I do measure out the collagen. I do 20 grams of the collagen. And I have my lovely assistant here, always helping. Sit back. But probably likes it because it smells like cowhide. Alright, and then I typically don't measure anything else out. I don't need to, I just do scoops. So 1 scoop of the greens. And then 2 scoops of the pea protein. It's taken us forever to get through this. It's 5 pounds of protein. It's so gross. So we're going to be switching back to our usual chocolate Orgain pea protein powder. That tastes much better. It does have a little bit more sugar, but that's okay. And then I just add water right before I'm ready to drink it. Today I'm going to drink it after my workout, but on a day where I'm working, I typically drink it after work in the car on my way home. Just again, so I can get more protein. Got another helper. It's Willow. Oh, what is that? Okay, so a typical lunch, I'm going to do a carb like rice or sweet potatoes for today's lunch. I'm going to do 1 sweet potato, so about 125 grams of sweet potato. I usually prep these on Sunday just so I can grab them really quick throughout the week or pack them for work. And all I put on them is cinnamon. So I'm going to do 1 of those. And then I don't really feel like cooking vegetables for lunch, so I'm just going to do half of a raw zucchini. So I'm going to cut that in half, and that'll be about a cup of vegetable. So I'm just going to do that plain. And then I already prepped some lamb meatballs, spiced lamb meatballs. So I'm going to do about 125 grams of those as well. And that will be my lunch. These 3 things right here. And typically I like to have green tea as well. Don't worry, I'm not driving on the road. I'm just driving down our really long driveway. So the lunch that I just had, I don't know what happened, but it actually made my stomach hurt really bad. And it's no different than any time I eat that, so I don't know what was going on. But whenever that does happen, for whatever reason, I like to take the doTERRA peppermint beadlets. I just take 1 of those, and it almost instantly makes my stomach ache go away. So I just took 1 before I left, and I'm already starting to feel a lot better. So thank goodness for those. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is that lunch is my least favorite meal of the day, typically because I have to reheat it, take it with me and reheat it, and I think that's disgusting. I really like fresh made foods. That might sound kind of snobby or whatnot, but I hate lunch. Now, lunch foods that I love, so my favorite sandwich from a local place in town, it's homemade bread that they make in-house, and then typically they'll do like a mango mayo or like an apricot jam, and then they'll do a really fine cheese like brie. I can't remember what else they use, and then they'll put greens on it. So it's like a jam sandwich with cheese on it, and it's amazing. And that's the kind of thing that but obviously I can't eat that every single day. All the sweet and the fat is not that great. But yeah, just want to let you guys know that I do not always love eating healthy, and I especially don't like eating lunch. I just went to our health food store, Fresh Time, had to pick up a couple things, and typically what I like to do is eat half the stuff I got on my way home. So let's see. I got rice cakes, and normally I don't have those, but for the next week or so my grams of carbs have gone up quite a bit. So best rice cake you can get. It has 14 grams of carbs, 1 gram of protein, 0 sugar, and 0.5 grams of fat. And limited ingredients, it just has organic whole grain brown rice and sea salt. And they're actually pretty good, they're not bad. I just eat it plain. So I'm gonna eat one of those on the way home in the car. And then I also got some mineral water. And I'm gonna drink out of this bottle. Not with the brown bag on it. I'm gonna drink out of this bottle on the way home because I didn't bring any water on my shopping trip. But I got citrus sparkling mineral water. My husband installed a reverse osmosis system at our house because we have well water. The tests that they did on the water before we moved in, everything came back fine. However, they had to heavily chlorinate the water just because it was a new well, and we're not big fans of chlorine in our water, so he installed that shortly after we moved in. The only bad thing about reverse osmosis is that it takes all of the minerals out of the water as well. So we try to drink this every now and then, mineral water, sound like an old person, mineral water, just to kind of, I guess, get some minerals back into our body just in case we're depleting ourselves. And then I also got, which I don't know if I'll be able to find it, a B vitamin supplement. Oh, here it is. It's just a generic Fresh Time brand. It's actually drops, so you take 25 drops in your mouth at a time. I want to try it just to see if it helps with energy. I get kind of tired throughout the week, usually due to stress. So I'm going to try it. It's not the brand from my office, so I'll be ordering some from my office soon. But I'm just impatient, didn't want to wait a couple days. So I'm going to try this and just see how it goes. So that's my on-the-road snack. Okay, so tonight for dinner, I'm going to have shrimp, just because I didn't want any kind of ground meat. And I'm going to have the shrimp cold, because shrimp hot sounds gross right now. So I'm going to do 100 grams of shrimp. Hopefully I made enough. 95. So I have that. I'm going to make my own cocktail sauce. It's really easy. So I'm just going to do about a tablespoon of ketchup. I'm going to use organic ketchup. And then I'm going to add a little bit of horseradish sauce. This is just from local people, the Amish. So I like it spicy. Add it, mix it up. And good enough. So I'm going to dip the shrimp in that. And then since my carbs went up, I'm going to I cooked some wild rice. I'm going to do a cup of wild rice. Normally it'd be like half a cup, but this week it's a cup. That's a lot of rice. So we'll see if I can eat it all. I don't know. And then I have some Brussels sprouts that I'm going to do too. And I just bake those in the oven with a little bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper. So that's that's dinner. Nice and easy. A little bit of cocktail sauce. And then I will show you my nighttime snack.
Cream and some peanuts.
No. Tonight's snack is 200 grams of Greek yogurt. Yay. 50 grams of raspberries. Usually I do strawberries, but I took your raspberries. 50 grams of raspberries and 10 grams of walnuts. And then that is going to make my macros 170 grams of carbs, 61 grams of fat, and 150 grams of protein for the day. And then I'm also going to take my nighttime supplements. And that's it for the day. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you got a lot of good information from this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can catch all the other videos that I'm going to be posting. Leave comments below of anything that you'd like to see in the future, anything you want videos about, and hopefully I'll be able to make some of those. Have a great day, guys. Thanks so much.